Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, what is poppin', lockin', what's droppin', baby? We are back yet again with another week of the workout schedule for the weight loss and the fitness journey. Now, I've been doing a little bit of research on some exercising and how to do some sets and so forth, as I'm trying to learn how to, train for failure. And from last week, I've learned is training for failure really makes you sore. So one thing I think we're going to incorporate here is for the upper and lower days, we're going to take it a little bit more easy, because I did train to failure for the upper and lower days, and I think it did make a little bit of an impact on the push-pull leg day, because those are the days where I really want to go ham on versus the upper and body. I want to keep it kind of light, especially with the HIIT workouts that we're going to be incorporating into here. Also, we're going to be changing up our cardio routine here a little bit. So, except for just running, because, we got to do more than that, we're going to incorporate 3 different kinds of cardio. So, we're going to have the 2 HIIT workouts, or HIIT workouts, on the upper and lower days, because those are a little bit lighter than the push-pull leg day. So, we can go a little bit more advanced on the cardio for that. But, so we're going to incorporate a 1-mile run, a 2,000-meter row, and a 5-mile bike. So the bike is going to be on, the bike machine, because I don't own a bike. But I'm trying to look for, the ones that actually look like a bike versus, a seat with just the pedals, because that makes a pretty big difference. At least that's what I picked up on with the resistances and so on, because a lot of those sit-down machines with the pedals, you can't really... Those are more for, mobility assisting than I think for actually starting to burn, because you really have to push to get that going. So, but those are the 3 cardio incorporations we're going to be doing. The leg day is actually going to be changing up a little bit too. So I learned a lot, and I really want to get glute focused when it comes to the workouts, because one of my goals for 2026, oh God, I was about to say 2025. One of my goals for 2026 is to have the gluteus maximus. I'm talking about being the gluteus maximus gladiator. So a lot of our leg days, and especially the lower days, are going to be pretty glute infused. So, or, I guess more glute focus is the better term for it. So before every workout, I drink my hydration drink. Now, this is simply just a Mio hydration, but it's very important to keep yourself hydrated when you work out, because you sweat. You can even taste the sweat, or you can even taste the salt in the sweat when you work out too. So having one of these is pretty good. I usually take it 30 minutes to an hour before a workout. I'm going to start working out here in 30 minutes or so. But I got to start my workout early because I have a board game night tonight. So, but I'm also off this entire week for work. So a lot of it's going to get focused into the research and put a lot more effort into the videos this week as well. So... But I got recipe videos uploaded already. If you guys haven't checked this out, very good recipes. The Italian hoagie ball is pretty high in sodium, though, so just be cautious on that. But the enchiladas with the poblano sauce, that is perfect, man. You top it with a little cojita cheese. Oh, man, that's baller. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this workout week started. First day being January 6th of 2026. We're starting out with the HIIT workout and a upper body, or lightweight upper body. Catch you guys there. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this HIIT workout going. We got a 10-minute full body burn HIIT workout at home for fat loss. Here's the video that I'll be watching, and I will put it in the link in the description below if I remember to do that. If not, then it presents right here. So let's get this warm up going with a 10-minute HIIT workout. It's supposed to be for full body, so let's go. What's with these guys putting commercials? Guys, if you... Message for all the people who have HIIT workouts. How dare you put commercials on here? I mean, I don't... Is this supposed to be a break? This thing's 60 seconds long. How diabolical is that? Jeez, man. I mean, I get you need to make money. But at least place it to where the commercials come on during breaks or something. Not just in the middle of the set. Dang, dude. Come on. I don't know about this one. That's a little bit weird. Sassy jumping jacks. %. 6, 7. Alright, apologize if the mic volume is not there. If it doesn't record, then I'll just do a voiceover kind of afterwards, but I'm not a big fan of that one, not gonna lie. It was a bunch of strange movements that I feel like didn't really do anything for me, and of course I forgot to track it on my my watch, but I'll go ahead and put how many calories I burned up here. So without further ado, let's get to the upper body. Cool. So the first thing we're going to be doing at this upper body at home workout, light edition by the way, we're going to start off with the biceps, focusing on hammer curls. So the difference between a normal curl and a hammer curl is the position of the bar or the dumbbells. Versus doing this, you're essentially doing this. It just reaches a different muscle group in your bicep. So I have 25s here. I do 3 sets of 10. This is the last set. And a good thing to do when you do them is when you pick them up, make sure your hands are on top of the bottom portion of the top half of the dumbbell, if that makes sense. Essentially, just do this. And then you're going to stand still, make sure posture is good, hands by your side, make sure the only thing that's moving is essentially your elbows, and you're going to lift up like that. Go get as far up as you can, and you're going to do your set of 10. My arms still hurt from pull day, by the way. Oh, there we go. So something important that you don't want to do is when you do them, you don't want to lean back like this. Essentially, that's what you're doing, is using that leverage, the pull up, and some of your back, versus staying still and just using your arms in general. And that will target your biceps a lot more versus than doing this. So a good practice is stand behind a wall, like face flat against a wall, and do your curls like that. But you could just do normal curls, because otherwise your dumbbells will be slamming against the wall. So, and I don't want my walls ruined. So that's a good practice I've been doing to kind of keep my posture and make sure my form is good too. So now to triceps. Next exercise we do, I call these, or I think the actual name for them are dumbbell tricep extensions. So for lighter weight, you can use 1 dumbbell, or if you want to go a little bit more advanced, you can use 2. So for this example, we're using 1 dumbbell, 35 pounds. And essentially all you're going to do, take this guy, hold it with 2 hands, make sure the bottom of your hands are at the top side of the bottom of the dumbbell plate.
Make sure it's not over your head, but I mean it's over your head, but like behind your head. Make sure your elbows are closest to each other, and you're just going to drop, keeping your elbows close together. Goes down as far as you can, and then you're going to shoot back up like that. It's very important to keep those elbows together and get that stretching, and that's going to get a great tricep exercise. Just be cautious too that your wrists are straight, as this exercise can actually cause a little bit of wrist damage, but so just be a little cautious on that. Oh, just like that. Oh. And we're done with triceps. I think now let's go in the chest. Next exercise we're going to be doing is a low incline dumbbell presses. So this is going to work pretty much your entire chest, a little bit of your shoulders, and a little bit of your triceps too. There's something I looked up. Depending on the incline is like depending on your spectrum or like the middle part of your chest. So it's like you put like something flat on your chest and it rides along even, then it's like one notch on the bench. And if it's kind of like a decline like this, then it's 2 notches on the bench. That's kind of how you do an incline. So regarding to what I do on my push days might change, but I haven't really figured that out yet. So I said, let's go ahead and get this started. So I got 30 pounds each dumbbell. And essentially we're going to be doing, throwing them out like this. And typically you want to do that, not for this case. So you're going to kind of give it like a little wing. We don't want a T, but a little bit of a wing stance, a little bit of an angle. And then you want to kind of go as far back as you can with the dumbbells, get that stretching, and you're going to shoot up like that. And kind of touch them together. And that's what you want to do for your low incline dumbbell presses. You also want to kind of keep them together. You don't want to swing your arms back and forth. Keep them slow and steady if you can. Just like that. Now let's go in the back, which this is the exercise I think I'm least looking forward to. The exercise routine that I do not look forward to. I don't really know the name for these. I think they're dumbbell rows, but they don't really feel like a row to me. So usually you do these independent, but to get them out of the way, I like just doing both of them at the same time. So I got 22.5 pounds on both sides. I usually do 20s, but I wanted to kind of go up for this one. So I'll kind of show you how I do it, and then yeah, it works pretty good on the upper back and a little bit of the lats as well. So, because my back day is usually pretty heavy on the lats as it is. So, I figure I'll go ahead and just get more upper back than kind of anything. It also kind of works a little bit of your biceps too. Oh. I hate these so much. God, I hate these. Oh. All right, let's move on to shoulders. So the last thing we got going on here are shoulder presses or dumbbell military presses. So essentially, you're gonna take some dumbbells, put them up like here, make sure you get that stretching. You're gonna push up and twist. So down like that, as far as you can, up and twist. Also, you wanna make sure when you do it, your head kind of bobs back. So you get a better stretch when you do it too. So I got 15 pounds. And here's a good example of what I mean by doing that. So you just kind of that. And like that. should feel it in your shoulders for sure. The twisting really helps with getting your entire shoulder muscle group. Also, to make sure your wrists are steady, they're not like curved or anything, or else you can damage those too, especially if you go heavier weight. But that's pretty much it for the upper body workout. It's pretty good upper body. It's nice and light because I'd go pretty ham on the push, pull, and leg day. So the upper and lower gets a nice groove going. It kind of tears the fibers a little bit. So when you get the protein, it'll build itself back up. But it's not like a train till failure kind of thing. I did that last week and it destroyed me. So we're gonna keep these pretty light. And then obviously with the push, pull, leg day, we're gonna go pretty bonkers.